Hey guys, welcome back. I'm so happy that you're here today. I hope everybody's had a great week. It's been a long week, and I'm glad it's the weekend because I'm tired. I bet y'all are tired too, but I'm so happy that you joined me today. Today we're going to talk about Hollywood Studios and how we do the park, from start to finish. So it's kind of like an itinerary type video, but I just wanted to give y'all some insight to how we do Hollywood Studios Park when we go from the time we wake up till the time we go to bed. So I'm super excited to share all that with you guys. If you've watched my previous videos, you know I like to start off with if I found some Disney merchandise, I have to share it with y'all. My latest purchase, it was from Magic Kingdom Boutique. I've used them for a while. I order a lot of Stella's clothes from there for the park, like when we go. They have the cutest stuff for kids. They have some adult options too, but not as many as they do for children. But they're super cute. If you like little applique stuff, they have some really cute, very affordable options. So I found this headband on their website, and I'm going to show it to you. It's just got like little subtle Mickey's, and it's got the little knot up here. Super cute. I love this little headband, so I wanted to share that with y'all. And also I wanted to let y'all know, like, none of the stuff that I show y'all, I'm not being sponsored by anybody. It's just stuff that I have found over the years that I really like, and I just want to share it with y'all because I love finding cute Disney stuff. So that's my latest purchase, was this cute little headband. So I had to show y'all that. Okay, so let's get into Hollywood Studios. So I'm going to start out with when we wake up. So I set my alarm for 6:30. Most of the time I'm up before then, but I set an alarm for 6:30 so that I can purchase Genie Plus for the day. You don't want to wait till 7 because at 7, that's when you start booking your lightning lanes. So go ahead and purchase it as soon as you can, as soon as you wake up. Purchase it. I try to get it by 6:30. So once you have purchased that, at 7 o'clock is when you can book your lightning lane. So what I like to do, and let me start backing up to a little bit, before you even go on your trip, if you'll go on the My Disney Experience app to the part where you can book your rides, and if you'll select Hollywood Studios, there's a place where you can pick like your top attractions that you want to do. So we always go for Slinky Dog first because Slinky Dog will sell out almost immediately. I mean, it is gone. By 7:01, it's sold out. So we always go for Slinky Dog first. So I'll select that way before we even go on our trip. That's my top selection that I want to make sure that I get. So when you are ready to book that lightning lane for Slinky Dog or whatever you choose, it should be at the top of the page. So it'll be right there. You don't have to scroll all the way down to the bottom to find Slinky Dog. It'll pull it up to the top. So it's right there and you're ready to go. So at about like 6:57, 6:58, I'm on Genie Plus and I am refreshing. And so at 7, it'll, come up and I click Slinky Dog right away. Most of the time when I click it right at 7, it's normally 12 or after that we have a lightning lane time for that ride. So I'm telling y'all, it goes super fast. So the two popular rides there are Rise of the Resistance and Slinky Dog. So you just kind of have to pick which one you want, that's most important to you at that time. We love Rise of the Resistance too, but we'll just pay to ride it. And I'm not sure I think the price fluctuates depending on the day for, well, I know it does for Genie Plus, but for the individual, okay, Genie Plus is so confusing. The individual attraction selection is going to be a ride that is on Genie Plus, but you have to pay extra to ride it. So you can pay extra to ride Rise of the Resistance, and that's what we normally do. So we'll book Slinky right at 7, and then we'll just pay to ride Rise of the Resistance. But like I said, those are the two most popular rides in Hollywood Studios, and they both go super fast. Slinky Dog goes just a little bit faster than Rise of the Resistance, but it goes pretty fast too. So you just need to sit down, talk to your family like, hey, which one do y'all want to ride, the most? And that's the one that I would go for first. So 7 o'clock, we've booked Slinky Dog. We should be ready around this time, so we'll kind of grab a snack or something, a granola bar, and we try to be at the bus stop around 7:30. If you're a resort guest, you get early entry, so it's 30 minutes before the park opens, and this is like a crucial time. Like, if you can get there for early entry, you can get some things knocked out and, get that kind of checked off your list. So we like to be there. Hollywood Studios, most days, it may fluctuate too, but most of the time it opens, or the regular park opens at 8:30, or that's the regular time. So early entry, you can get there at 8. So we try to be at the bus stop by 7:30. I know some people have talked about how long the bus rides, the buses take, and it's a lot, it takes forever. We have never experienced that. Maybe one time we had to wait for a Magic Kingdom bus for, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes, but we, knock on wood, we have never had to wait forever for a bus. I've heard people say, oh, it takes an hour to get there. We have never experienced that, but that's just for us. So you may have had a different experience, but we try to get there at 7:30 to the bus stop, and then we try to be there by 8 o'clock for early entry. Once we get there, we get through security. If you are a resort guest, they'll have signs for early entry. You'll just follow those signs. The other guests have to stand behind the rope until the park opens. So once we're past security, we're in. We head straight for Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. It is a super cute ride. We love that ride. So we head there first. When we went this last time, it was a bummer because we rope dropped Mickey and Minnie's. We got in line, we waited, and then the ride had issues, so we ended up having to just leave. But they did give us another lightning lane that we could use. We could come back, or we could use it for another ride. So if that ever happens to you, they are really good about making it right. So they'll help you, give you a lightning lane, like to come back or whatever. So if you do have to wait, it's okay, you can come back. So after we do Mickey and Minnie's, we normally head to Toy Story Land, and we try to get in line for Toy Story Mania. That's a cute little ride. We love Toy Story Mania. It's a little shooting game. My husband loves it. So you have all these, it's 3D, you wear these little glasses, and it has all the targets that you shoot at, and it is so much fun. We're very competitive too, so we always try to see who gets the highest score, and every time my husband gets it. So anyways, we try, but we never can beat him. So that's a cute little ride. And then after that, we'll walk over, just right across is the Alien Swirl Saucer ride. That's a mouthful. That's a cute little ride. But by this time, there is normally a little line for that. So if you have little ones, make sure you have something to kind of keep them entertained, because it does get a little bit longer. And by this time, hopefully it's about time to book our next lightning lane. So I'm going to try to explain this without confusing anybody. When you purchase the Genie Plus and then you book your first attraction, so I'm going to use mine for example. So we booked Slinky Dog, and say our return time for Slinky Dog is 12. So we have to wait an hour and 20 minutes before we can book our next lightning lane after the park opens. So if the park opens at 8:30, we have to wait 2 hours after 8:30 to book our next ride. Or if you are lucky and you get, say, a 9 o'clock Slinky Dog Dash, once you are there and you scan in with your magic band, you can immediately book your next one. So it's whichever one comes first, the 2 hour time, or when you've scanned in, then you can immediately book your next one. So most of the time I'll set an alarm for 2 hours so I can keep, getting our lightning lanes. So just do that too, because it's kind of hard to keep up with, what time can we book it again? So we just set an alarm so that way we know when we can do that. So after we've ridden the Alien Swirling Saucer ride, we'll normally head over to Pizza Rizzo. We love Pizza Rizzo. Some people don't. We really like it. They're just little round fluffy pizzas. They're good. But we just like the restaurant because if it's nice outside, we'll go up. They have a balcony upstairs, and so we'll eat up there, and you can just people watch, and that's really relaxing and really fun. And we like this restaurant because you can like pretty much jump on there and have your food 30 minutes, you know, once you've mobile ordered it, it's ready. And this restaurant's really big. There's lots of seating, so you don't have to wait. We normally eat at Pizza Rizzo. We love Woody's Lunchbox, but it's really tricky because it gets really, really busy, and you really need to place your order as soon as you walk into the park so that you'll actually have a time to go eat there, because it books up so fast. So you kind of have to know what you want for lunch around 9 o'clock in the morning if you want to eat there. That way you can get a return time to come pick up your food. So it is a cute little outdoor restaurant, but it just makes sure you give yourself plenty of time. If you're starving and say it's 12 o'clock, you're not going to find anything. You need to book it way in advance. So that's an option too, but we love Pizza Rizzo. So after we eat at Pizza Rizzo, we'll normally go see the Muppet Show. It's directly across from there. It's a super cute little show. If you need some air conditioning, if you want to sit down for a little bit, this is a great thing to do, you know, kind of to get a break, especially if you're there in the summer and it's burning up. It's a nice little cool break for you and your family to watch this cute show. So hopefully after this, it is time to book our next Lightning Lane. So I normally try to get Tower of Terror or Rock and Roller Coaster. Now, my family does not ride this, so I go by myself most of the time. And so while I go ride these rides, they will go see the Frozen sing-along show. It is super cute. If you have little kids, they will love it. And there's adult humor in there too that's super funny. So we really like this show. So it's really good for any age. But I'll head over to Rock and Roller Coaster and Tower of Terror. Another thing that I do, since I ride these by myself, if I can't find a Lightning Lane, I'll just go through the single rider line. So that's another little trick too. If you don't want to wait very long and you're okay with you and your party not sitting together, kind of splitting up, this is a great thing to do. You don't have to wait as long. Just go through the single rider line. So I do that a lot because my family does not like big roller coasters, you know, so a lot of times I ride stuff by myself. So I like to use the single rider line. That cuts down on time too. So just remember that little trick too. And if you have a big family and you're okay with being split up, I would highly suggest doing the single rider line. Okay, so after that, we normally go back to the room. So we'll head back to the bus stop. Me and my daughter would stay all day long and never leave, but my husband likes to rest. And then her and I will go find something to do at the resort while he takes a nap. So we head back to the resort. We'll stay at the resort maybe 3 hours. And this is another little trick that I'm going to tell y'all about. So you need to stack Lightning Lanes. So when we go back to the room, normally it'll be time to book another Lightning Lane. So I'll book one. And then, you know, after 2 hours, I book another one. And then I'll book another one. So by the time we go back, we'll normally have at least 2 or 3 rides ready for us when we get there. So that is a great thing to do. You can stack them and then have multiple rides ready to go by the time you go back to the park. So try to do that too, because that's very helpful. And then you don't have to worry about sitting there trying to find something, you know, while you're in the park. So you've already got your rides ready to go. So that's kind of what I'll be doing while he's taking a nap. You know, I'll make sure like, okay, it's time to book our next one or our next one. So that way we have a few options when we get back. So he'll take a nap. Stella and I'll go walk around. We'll do some shopping at the gift shop there, whatever. Normally we're there about 3-4 hours maybe. So at about 5 o'clock, we head back to Hollywood Studios. Oh, and another tip, when you're booking, like trying to stack your Lightning Lanes, try to get Slinky Dog at nighttime too. It is a different experience at night. It is so pretty. You've got all the little lights, everything's lit up. It's really different. We like to ride it in the day and at night because it's a totally different experience. So if you didn't get Slinky Dog that morning, try to get it for that night, because sometimes it will open back up. But if not, stand in line to ride it at night because it's great. So that's a little tip too. So we get back about 5. We'll go ride one of our rides that we've got a Lightning Lane for. As soon as we scan in, we'll try to book something else. And then we go and find something for dinner. So most of the time we just get like a snack, or if we're really hungry, we like ABC Commissary. That's a good place. They have good food, and we mobile order it too. Most of the time you don't have to wait very long for it. So we like that option for dinner. There's other options too, but that's just one that we like. The next thing after we eat, we will normally head to Star Wars Land. We liked Smuggler's Run and Rise of the Resistance. So like I said, we'll pay to ride Rise of the Resistance. So we'll ride that, and then we like to ride Smuggler's Run. This last time, Stella, we had never ridden it before. Stella absolutely loved it, and so we rode it, and then we rode it again and rode it again. We just would get off and get right back on. And the good thing about when it's later, a lot of people have already left the park, so it's not nearly as crowded. So you can do that. You can get off and get right back on some of the rides. So that's super nice. So we do that. We kind of walk around, just, stroll. We may do some shopping, take some pictures. We're kind of more laid back in the afternoon or in the evening when we get there, and it's just a little more chill at night. So that's fun to do too if you can hang that long. I know a lot of people, if you don't, go back and rest, like if we don't go back and rest by 5 o'clock, like we're done, we're ready to go back to the resort. But if you can, take a break, rest during the day, and then come back, it's so fun at night. And like I said, it's just real chill. So, this is our last little tidbit that we do, and this is really cool. We found this out on this last trip. So while we're in the Star Wars Land, we love Oga's Cantina. It's a cute little bar. I shouldn't say cute. It is cute to me, but it's very cool. It's just really a neat place to go. The only thing that I don't like about it, though, is there's not very many seating options. A lot of times you have to stand at these little tables with people you don't know, or you might can stand around the bar area, but there's very few seats there. So that's the only thing that I don't like. Most of the time, if you're a bigger party, they'll give you one of those tables. It's a huge booth. But this last time, we actually got to sit at a table, but it was with people we didn't know, which I don't care as long as I can sit down. So this little bar, kids can go in there. So if you want to go, but you're like, oh no, I have a child, can they come? Yes, they can go in. They have a few food options, but I don't really like them. You just go for the drinks really at Oga's Cantina. But it's a super neat place. So if you want to go there, we always do this last, and they stay open after the park closes. So if you can get a reservation for, say, I think ours was like at 9:30. When we came out, like when we were done at Oga's, there is nobody there, and you can take some really good pictures. Like that was the most fun we have ever had at Hollywood Studios, was that night, because we had fun at Oga's. We came out, there was nobody there. We took some really good pictures. We met some great cast members that were so nice, so friendly. We had a lot of fun with them as we were walking out of the park. They were walking out with us, and we just had the best time. And it was our last day that we were at Disney, and I told my husband, I said, that was the best day we have ever had, and this whole experience just made my whole vacation. It was so much fun. I felt like we made some friends, and I mean, it was just great. So if you can do that, if you can hang that long till 9:30 and your children can hang that long, I would highly suggest booking a reservation at Oga's Cantina for after the park closes, for like 9 or later. So that was a whole lot of fun. So that's kind of how we ended our day. We love Hollywood Studios. I hope that maybe all this information helped you a little bit. I know it can kind of get confusing because there's so much information. But we love Hollywood Studios. So I hope maybe you learned something from this video and had fun just listening to me ramble, I guess. But I'm so happy that you joined us. I'm so excited. So I checked before I started filming this video. We have 51 subscribers, and I'm so excited. I hope that this channel just keeps growing. I am so happy that each and every one of you are here with me for this journey. I'm so excited to do this, and I am so happy that you're here. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.